Strange Black Beats.
Yeah.
The waves stood high, the night was cold, feet on the sand, hearts feeling bold, a path of dry where waters flow. Oh, step by step they march through time. Oh, faith in Yeshua, hearts aligned. Oh, Yeshua brought us through the sea. Oh yeah, parted the water, set us free. With His power, with His might, turn turn the dark into light. Egypt's chariots chasing fast, chains of the past they couldn't outlast. Freedom ahead, no looking back. Lifted hands to the open sky. A miracle where the ocean lies. You brought us through the sea. Oh yeah, parted the water, set us free. With His power, with His might, turn the dark into light. Well, the dark into light. Oh yeah. Well, the dark into it.
Hey, big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the beloved Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Big salute to the beloved CUC family. Shout out to my brother Sham, Elder Barrel Walk, and Elder Bro Tim. Hey, Elder Bro Tim, I already know. As soon as I get done with this live, I'm coming right over there. So y'all be looking out for Elder Bro Tim at I think 12:30. So make sure y'all tap in, because I'm gonna be tapped in. So I just wanted to come on real quick. Have y'all noticed that Tucker Carlson had been doing a lot of interviews? And not just him. There's a lot of Caucasian people. They are starting to have conversations with other Caucasian people. And they are all sitting across from each other, questioning the validity of the claims that Israel is making. Did not the Bible tell us in Jeremiah 16:19 that the Gentiles are going to come from the ends of the earth and say, our fathers have inherited lies and things that do not profit? Now, I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, but Tucker Carlson years ago met the Hebrew Israelites on the street. So could this be why all of a sudden Tucker Carlson is questioning the validity of Israel's claims? Now, when he first heard about the Hebrew Israelites, he said it just blew his mind. He couldn't believe that, what they were saying. But y'all know that if you keep hearing something, you're going to investigate. Once you investigate, you're going to find some validity to it. Once you start seeking some more, you're going to scratch your head and go, man, maybe these people telling the truth. Because I'm telling y'all, Tucker Carlson don't believe the Jewish people claims at all. I mean, at all. He do not. Every time he interviewed somebody, soon as they say they've been in that land, he said, no, they haven't. They come from Europe. They come from Poland. They come from Germany. They come from here. They come to. He don't believe they claims, family. And this man got a big platform. This is why the Jewish people wanted to buy TikTok. This is why the Jewish people want to buy X, so they can control the narrative. Because now you got Caucasian people going against their claims. See, first it was just us, and nobody believed us. But now it's Gentiles. Now they going against their claims. And they can't have them going against it, giving us validity to our own claims, which we don't need nobody to validate us, because we know who we are, because this is a spiritual awakening for us. But it's good to hear the truth coming from them, because nobody believe us. So y'all see how the Most High doing this thing? You see how Yahshua doing this thing? He's using the heathen to validate what we already know, but telling other heathens what they don't know, that they've been believing in a false claim. Even in Christianity, they've been pushing this claim that we got to stand with Israel. These are the chosen people of God. Come to find out, these are not the people of God. These are Revelation 2:9 and 3:9. These are Satan's children. And I'm going to always say it. These are the children of the devil, family. The Most High don't know these people. He ain't never dealt with these people. He just allowed this to be. But these are not his children. So like I just said, I'm finna get through with this real quick because I'm finna tap in with my elder Bro Tim. And then I'll be tapping in with Elder Barawak. So I just want to show y'all first that Tucker Carlson met the Israelites years ago. And this could be why he's changing his tune. Let's go ahead and handle this real quick. I want to give a shout out to all my beloved family in the chat. K. Judah, love y'all with the pure heart family. I love what I'm seeing from our people as far as the fellowship go. Because some give us a bad name, but we are changing the tune in the way we commune and fellowship with each other. And it's a beautiful thing to see. And I'm telling y'all, people write me all the time about the fellowship and how it feel like family. And they just love the chat and love the way we converse with each other. So that's a beautiful thing that people see from the outside, how we supposed to be as a people when representing Yah and Yahshua. So salute to all you Israelites. Salute to all my brothers and sisters walking in the spirit, loving one another, having compassion, and doing what Yahshua would do if he was here, which is love on his people Israel. He say he gonna rejoice in the midst of his people when he gathers. Don't you know what that's gonna look like? He gonna rejoice in us. These some exciting times, man. But let's get to it though. So let me put up the fair use. Because first I want to show y'all that Tucker Carlson met the Israelites years ago. And I'm gonna be honest though. He met the wrong ones. I'm just being real. He met GMS. And everybody know how they get down. So he met them, and that's probably why he didn't believe what they were saying, because they went straight to telling that boy, you're gonna be a slave. You Esau, you going to captivity. So he probably like, hold on, man. I ain't trying to hear all that though. So let's go ahead and let me show y'all this. It's going to be a quick live. Just want to show y'all that he met the Israelites. So let me see. Right here. Here we go. Y'all check this out.
Hold on, B. We gonna get this work.
I was interviewing a guy one time and he started talking about the black Israelites.
I know you from somewhere, right? You know, news cancer. Yeah, he's from the news. What is it? You know about us.
We're the real Jews. And
Okay, we're the descendants of Jacob. Okay. Jacob was a black man. Abraham was black. All right? Isaac, his son, was black. Right.
I was like, you know.
So if you're an Edomite, there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can go to slavery. That's the only thing you can do.
That's only right, man.
we were enslaved under you.
And it wasn't on camera, but I was like, it was so far out to me that
we didn't have a choice.
Well, provided that you're an Edomite. If you're an Edomite, then you're going into slavery.
I was like, we'll never kind of understand common terms on that.
Y'all see that? They weren't lying to him though. Y'all is going to captivity. But at that time, he probably ain't want to hear it, family. So he never really paid it no attention. But all of a sudden, let me show y'all the Tucker Carlson today. Boy, this Tucker Carlson, when the Israelites was talking to him, I guarantee you, Tucker Carlson did some research. And he found out them people over there lying, man. Them ain't no people of the land of Israel. Check this out. Now, remember, I just showed y'all he met the Israelites, right? But he didn't want to hear what they were saying because they told him he going in captivity. They weren't lying to him, but you know, white folk don't want to hear that. Let's just keep it real. But everybody keeps saying white folk going in captivity. No, partner, all y'all who brought us in captivity, you gonna be in captivity. Ham, you sold us. You participated in it. Guess what? He say that he gonna sell Tyre and Sidon, your children, to the Sabians, them Arabs. You gonna know what it feel like to be sold, partner. So it ain't just white folk. It's all y'all folk. Y'all did us dirty. Even though we sinned, we did wrong by the Most High and Yahshua. But we are repenting for those things that our ancestors did and also we have done. And y'all continue to forward the affliction. So whatever's coming to you, don't cry. Don't whine about it. Take it on the chin like we had to. See, we had to take this on the chin. That's why when people claim to be Israelites or the Jews, it disturbed me. It upset me. Because to be the people of the Bible, it comes with some hardship and some pain and some tears. It comes with a mental capacity that if you ain't strong, man, you can give up. You can take yourself out. Our ancestors been through it. We didn't been through it. This come with something that a lot of people wouldn't be able to handle, to walk in our shoes. That's why we don't want nobody else making claim to our identity, because it come with pain and tears, hardships. Y'all ain't been through what these people in the book been through. So how you make a claim to something you never been through? Y'all just want the blessings, but boy, you don't want the take these curses. Let's switch roles. Nobody want to switch roles, but they want to lay claims. But they don't want to go through the hardships. But everybody go with them making the claims when they are not the people who went through the curses. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We went through the curses, rightfully so. Don't get me wrong, rightfully so. But we still had to go through those hardships. So the point that I'm making, to be the people of this book, it comes with a lot of responsibility, family. Let's be real. It comes with a lot of responsibility. That's why nobody get punished like we get punished. So how we going to allow other people to take claim to something that come with great responsibility, and we the one went through the pain? That's why you can't give it to the Mexicans. Now, when we talk about the Native Americans, y'all got to be careful. You got to define it. Because I believe that some Native Americans are Hebrews. I'm not talking about the ones that look like the Mexicans. Not them Native Americans. I'm talking about them Negro Native Americans. I'm talking about the ones that them Hebrews been here. Even got Hebrew writings over here on this side. We talking about those folk. We're not talking about these Native Americans that they claim or the written. No, not them, family. I'm talking about them Negro Native Americans. A lot of y'all grandmothers was Indian. Yeah, a lot of your grandpas was Indian. You got Indian in your blood. I'm talking about you folk. But let's just keep going. I want y'all to listen to Tucker Carlson and how that boy then turned that tune a little bit. Check this out. Everybody want to give our nationality away to the Mexicans, to the Hispanics, to the Native Americans that come from Serbia and all. Come on, man. These are not the children of God, family. The camps have done us a disservice by taking our identity, our nationality, our culture, our heritage, and they didn't give it to everybody. Let's get it. Check this out.
In the entirety of the world, there are about 16 million Jews total.
Okay.
They have connection to this land.
Do they? If Bibi's family, we know they lived in Eastern Europe. There's no evidence they ever lived here. He's not religious.
But
in what sense?
How do we know that?
Do you have his family tree? No, we don't.
Do you?
He doesn't. So no one does. That's the point. So how do we know that he has any connection to this land at all?
And if there has been a practice of Judaism?
He doesn't practice Judaism in any rigorous way. His ancestors didn't live here. They didn't speak the language, and there's no evidence they ever lived here. So on what basis does he have a right to be here?
Very much speaks the language. His family has fought for the land.
You're dodging a very obvious question, which is, where does this right come from? How do we know that Bibi, specifically Bibi's ancestors, ever lived here? How do we know that?
I'm not sure if I understand your question.
Do y'all not see what Tucker doing? This is on all his videos. Every interview this man is doing, he's going directly at the neck of these Jews. The man go talking about, I don't understand your question. He understand what Tucker is saying, family. Y'all know what? Tucker done some research. Talking to them Hebrews, them years ago. Tucker know that these are not the children of God. Tucker know that they do not belong in the land of Israel. He know they come from Europe. He know BB. He come from Poland. He changed his name. His daddy changed his name to sound more Hebrew. Let me say, his daddy changed his name to sound more Hebrew. A lot of them people in the land didn't change their name to what they call a Hebrew name because they come from Europe, family. This is not even hard to be understood that they come from Europe. They came down 1948, British mandate, United Nations. Everybody had a hand in it. They destroyed the Palestinians who opened up their doors to them. Just destroyed these people, man. They opened up their doors and then they fought against the people that opened up their doors. Been in the land doing a terror to the Palestinians. And y'all know that our Elohim, our King Yahshua, would not allow us to just go around just doing what they doing to these people. Because we had to be in righteousness. We couldn't just go around just starting fights with people and attacking people. Our Elohim didn't allow this. That's why when they attacked us, then he let us handle our business. But he never allowed us to just go around doing what these people doing. It really make me sick to my stomach when these people say we are Jews, even though we're not even Jews. But just the fact that that's the terminology that people understand today, it make my stomach sick. That these people are in our land claiming to be us. That's why I get upset what my ancestors did. Because this didn't have to be, family. We didn't have to go in captivity. We could be living deliciously right now. They chose this. And we did worse than our fathers. We chose this. So we can't blame nobody. That's why I look in the mirror and say, man, I got to change me, man. Forget blaming somebody. They going to get dealt with. I can't focus on the white man all day and other nations and Hamites and East Indians and Arabs. I got to focus on KJ. Let me get me right. Let me repent. Repent of my ancestors. Repent for my people today. Repent of my own sins. Get you right, KJ. Then you can help your brothers and sisters get right. Because if I'm just focused on the white man all day, I'm never going to hold myself accountable and I'm never going to get right. He going to get dealt with, family. That's why I don't focus on him. The boy got baby powder and a brick shower coming from heaven. I'm talking about the hand like in Kung Fu Hustler. Gonna smack him down to the ground, family. I read the Bible. We know what's about to happen to Esau, Japheth's children, Hamites, Arabs. They did us dirty too. Everybody about to get it. All we got to do is get right. They gonna get it. Let's just get our mind right. Let's get ourselves right. Let's get our people right. They gonna get it. But if you focus on them all day, how you gonna grow? Look. What's about to happen to these nations? I just want to get out the way. Because it's gonna be so terrible. So terrible. They ain't never seen nothing like this before in their life. The Lord is going to kill so many people. The blood is going to be 200 miles long, family. So what we got to worry about? They going to get it. He going to destroy these nations, man. Because what they have done to you, they have done you dirty. They went overboard. They went beyond the limit of a punishment. You really believe the Lord is so cruel? He wanted these people cutting babies out the women's stomach, feeding the babies to alligators, burning men's body and eating it. Do people think our God is that cruel that he wanted all this to be done? He allowed it so they can heap up judgment on their head, family. So when the judgment come, they ain't got no excuse to make. Everything they gonna get inside the cup of wrath, it would not be mingled. It's gonna be straight wrath and indignation, and they gonna drink it, and they deserve to drink it. Let me show y'all another video that these Gentiles are sitting across from each other, and they do not believe the validity of Israel's story. These are two white men. One saying that it is documented history. The other dude say, "No, bro, ain't no history say that." Check this out. Check this out. Here we go.
Do you believe any Jew was actually gassed?
Well, there's history and witness testimony and people that said that was true, that they were put in ovens, that there were people that have lived through the Holocaust that have actually witnessed that on the record, that have talked about it.
Why is there no evidence of any of that taking place?
There's a lot of people in historians.
So, for instance, Joseph Goebbels, he had his diary that was searched. They had all the other atrocities that the Germans did throughout their regime. Everything mentioned in there, not one mention of gassing. Same thing with the military transcripts that were decoded by the British.
But why are you held up on gassing? If they were murdered in one way or another.
That's the huge agenda.
They were murdered.
I mean,
so what does it matter?
Maybe a possibility. Definitely never gas because there's no evidence. Okay. Or if you look into Treblinka, one of the popular Nazi extermination camps where there's supposed to be hundreds of thousands of bodies, there was Australian researchers that went around the year of 1999, didn't find a single remain of any Jewish individuals, but there's supposedly supposed to be hundreds of thousands of bodies buried in this field in Treblinka. Why is there no remains, no evidence that anyone was ever killed or buried there?
Do y'all, family, do you see this? What did y'all tell us? They was going to come from the ends of the earth. Jeremiah 16:19. Let me read it real quick. Do y'all hear what's going on, family? Nobody want to hear us saying what they saying. So God is using the Gentiles to come from the ends of the earth and say, we have inherited lies. Y'all are not the people of the book. These Negroes over here, these the children of God. These the real Israelites. They the ones suffered. They went through the curses. Y'all ain't never went through no curses. You came on top of the ship. They was at the bottom of the ship. Goofy. Let's go to Jeremiah 16. You got a free ride over here to Israel and got the audacity to get a free ride on top of a boat with a suitcase in your hand, with a big old smile on your face, a created state. It's not your homeland. Go back to Europe. Go back to the Caucasus. Go back to Poland and Germany. Go back to Albania. Go back to Serbia. Go back to Spain. Go home. Then you're over there in the land having fun boy parades. Men with men. Funning babies. Who in their right mind circumcise a baby and then fun the baby? You got to be retarded. You're going to circumcise the baby in pain, and you're going to fun the baby. That's how I know you ain't no children of the Most High. You are children of the devil. The baby in pain. You funning the baby. Jeremiah 16:19, man. I don't know about y'all, family, but I'm excited every day. I did not lose my life before I found my life. I found my identity. I've been set free. I know who I am as a man. I walk with my head up, man. Not in arrogance, but in confidence and boldness. Oh, thank you, Father, for giving me my identity, that I didn't die in vain. I've been set free by the Messiah, his death, the burial, and resurrection. Thank you, Yah. Hallelujah. That's why I don't be worrying about nothing, man. I'm not afraid of nothing. Not no man, what he gonna do, no great tribulation. I'm not worried about man. Oh boy, I read these stories in the Bible and we in good company. Look at what they did to Isaiah. We in good company. Look at what they did to the prophets. We in good company. Look at what they did to the disciples. We in good company. What you afraid of? You gonna get the kingdom. He that try to save his life, you gonna lose it, family. But he who died for Yahshua's name's sake, you gonna gain your life. We talking life eternal. And I want life eternal. We done been through enough. I want life eternal. I don't want no more hardships. I want to know what peace feel like. I want to know what it feel like to wake up and, boy, it's just peace. Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 19 for the people in the back. The Most High called them the synagogue of Satan for a reason. That's not by accident, family. He want us to know what we dealing with. We dealing with children of the devil, and you can't plead with devils. You cannot plead with devils, family. You can't beg devils. You can't say, oh, please have mercy on me, devil. You can't plead with no devils. Devils gonna do what devils do. Devils are here to destroy. Devils are here to cause confusion. Why you think every United States president, Israel got them in their back pocket? You know why? Because like Elder Bro Tim said last night on his video, they got some on Trump. They had some on Obama. Man, nobody go against Israel because they have blackmailed these men, man. They always on that island with Epstein, and they got it. They got pictures, they got videos, they got documentation. That's why nobody go against Israel. And we heard that Epstein was working for Israel. All your presidents got a mandate, and all your presidents, Israel treat them like a $2 prostitute. Get over there and do what I said, boy. Trump say, I don't want to do that. I want to get a peace agreement with Iran. Guess what Israel do? Right when Trump was talking to Iran, like Elder Bro Tim said last night, they go bomb Iran. Trump couldn't do nothing about it because they don't want them to get a peace deal. You see that? Because Israel controlled Trump. Whatever Netanyahu want, Trump go get it for him. Did he get TikTok for him? Did he go get TikTok for him? Yes, he did. They strong-armed the owner of TikTok and gave it straight to Israel. Now Israel control all the data. So they can watch what people are saying because they are afraid that the whole world is turning against them because they are the children of the devil. That's why when everybody talking about Trump doing a good job, man, Trump ain't doing no good job. Just cause Trump ain't messing with you Negroes, you better get the Most High credit for that. Because the Most High giving you space to get your mind right. Because the Lord know what's coming. So he giving you space to get it right. Jeremiah 16 and 19, man. And I got a few more videos. I just want to read this. Jeremiah 16, 19. And it reads, O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our father have inherited lies and vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. What do y'all see today? You got Gentile women, Gentile men coming out saying the Black Americans are the children of God, and all the Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth. These are God's children, and the world is upset about it. The Jewish people is upset about it. That's why they're trying to control the narrative. I don't know if y'all noticed, but in the last couple months, they have done at least 5 or 6 white European Caucasian movies about Jesus, about King David, about Sarah, about Abraham. They trying hard, boy, but the lies are being dismantled. So they making movie after movie after movie to try to continue to program the minds of the public. That we are white. Abraham white. Sarah white. David too. Jesus too. No, partner. Nobody believe it no more. That's why you're doing movie after movie after movie. How many movies you gonna continue to put out? Nobody believe your lies no more. All this color on the earth, and the sun rise from the east and set in the west, and you want us to believe y'all can handle that sun that rise from the east of the Jordan River by the land of Moab, Edom, and the Ammonites? That's where the sun rises at, goofy. So how you can stand in that type of heat? And you getting skin cancer over there in the land of Israel. You're fleeing the land because you can't handle the heat. Got bars on your body. You're red. Sores everywhere. But you're the people of God. You ain't got no melanin to withstand that type of heat. You ain't sufficient like that, partner. We keep going, man. Hold on, man. Woo, boy, I tell you. Let me get to the next video. I'm gonna get a little fired up in here. Now let me show y'all what the President Nixon said about United States and Israel, so y'all can hear it out of the horse's mouth. Shout out to Elder Bro Tim for last night, though. That video was powerful. And he brought all this out about how they got Trump in their back pocket, treating that boy like a $2 you-know-what. He gonna do whatever Netanyahu say. But I thought Trump was a big dog. Y'all, he walk around beating on his chest. But not when it come to Israel, though. Everybody else, though, he did that to the president of Venezuela. Strong arm that boy, so he can go over there and take the oil. Because Venezuela is #1 in oil reserves. Then is Iran, and then is Arabia. These are the 3 major oil reserves. So Trump went over there and strong arm that boy. But he won't strong arm Netanyahu in them. Because they got that Epstein files hovering over that boy's head. That's why Trump say, I know I ain't going to heaven. I really believe. And I am not the Most High Yah. I'm just speaking for KJ. I believe when you violate children, I don't know how you can be forgiven for such horrendous acts on babies. Whether they white, black, it don't matter. These are babies. The minds are impressionable. They don't even have the capacity to understand anything. And y'all over here violating babies. That's why you say you ain't going to heaven, boy. Because you done did some strange things to children. You and the rest of your colleagues. Y'all sick. Let's get to the next video, man. I want y'all to hear this. This is from Nixon. And we know Nixon, he was a goofball too. You know, he was goofy, trying to talk down on our people. Look at this boy head when I hit play, y'all. Look at this boy ears in his head. Look. Look at this boy head in his ears, and he talking about us. Look at this boy. Trying to call us monkeys, boy. Look at y'all ears, boy. Jesus.
You make the observation in your book, and you say that you have said it many times when you were president of the United States, that no president is ever going to desert Israel, right?
Correct. I put it more bluntly. I said, as I told congressional leaders during the 1973 Yom Kippur War, no American president will let Israel go down the tube.
All right.
Democrat or Republican, it's not an issue.
That is stated fairly categorically, and yet in your book you make it clear at the same time that Israel really is not of any enormous strategic value to the United States anymore.
That's correct.
So why then would the United States continue to burden itself with huge loans, in some cases outright grants, to the Israelis, jeopardize possibly young American fighting men, when there is no strategic value involved, or little strategic
Because the
value?
United States is concerned by more than strategic values. That's maybe a weakness, but it's the way we are. And there are moral issues involved here. We don't have an alliance with Israel, as you know. They're not an ally of the United States in the technical sense. But we have a bond to Israel that's much stronger. It's a moral commitment because of what happened during the Holocaust, and a moral commitment because it is a democracy, the only democracy in that area. And under the circumstances, that is why American presidents and the American people in the future will support all out the survival of Israel if it's attacked.
You've always been a very tough, pragmatic man. And I just wonder if you were the president of Israel and you heard Richard Nixon talking that way, or for that matter, heard any sitting American president talk that way, and say, but there's really no strategic value anymore, how much faith would you place in that kind of a moral commitment if push really came to shove?
If I were the president of Israel, I put a great deal of faith in it because of the track record of the United States, and also because he would know that that is the way the American people are. There is no doubt whatever of our commitment to Israel.
So hold on. I want y'all to notice. Pay attention to what he just said. He know that Israel don't have no alliance to America. But he say that America will never go against Israel because of morality. Did y'all just hear this man tell you that Israel don't care nothing about America, but they know that America is going to always be there for them? But hold on, family. The American public is changing the tune. Even the Christian church is changing the tune. Now they are starting to question the validity of the claims of Israel. All the way from some of your politicians, all the way down from some of your preachers, all the way to the American society. When you have white folk coming out questioning other white folk and the claims that they make when they getting into it about it, this is why Israel is trying to buy all social media platforms. They got TikTok, now they want X. Elon Musk, he controlled X. But Netanyahu said he prayed that the deal go through with X. Why is they trying to control all medium platforms, family? Because they want to hear the conversations that people are having about the validity of their claims, family. Because they know, everybody know now that these are not the children of God. That's why Nixon, with the big ears, he said it's a moral commitment. Why? Because America always believed if we protect Israel and they are the chosen people of God, God is going to bless America. Do it look like God blessing America? America is a third world country. Now, don't get me wrong now. I would not rather be nowhere else but here right now with my folk, with my people. But I'm just telling y'all, America is on the decline, family. The dollar ain't worth nothing. Vladimir Putin and China and Iran and all those allies with the BRICS, they done already created a currency and also created a way to pay with that currency. So this is why Trump is putting double tariffs on people, because they getting away from the dollar. The dollar has no value, family. So what people are creating other currency to get away from the dollar, because this is the stronghold that America had on all nations, that dollar. But it's just a piece of paper. It's not backed up by anything. Used to be a gold note attached to it. Now it's not nothing but a piece of paper. But we still need that piece of paper, though. Don't get me wrong now. Now, we need that paper. It ain't nothing but monopoly money, but we need that monopoly money to pay our bills, to have a good time. I understand, what I'm saying, but I'm telling you that America is finished. And Trump know it. And Israel is trying to bring Trump into a war. Because guess what? If Trump and them go into this war, what y'all think Israel gonna be doing? Israel need America to be the scapegoat for all the crimes that Israel do. They know that America gonna be the scapegoat for them. So while American soldiers are dying, Israel ain't gonna be doing nothing but sitting back, laughing, kicking, drinking lemonade, watching American soldiers go to war on behalf of a fake state of Israel, the children of the devil. The children of the devil. Now, time out. This the last video. Now, I'm always telling y'all that I pray that the Most High guide me to my kind and not black people. What you mean not black people, KJ? All black people, your people. You have been woefully misinformed. You lying to me. I asked the Most High to gravitate me to my kind of Negro, my kind of black person. I don't want to gather with black people. I want to gather with my kind. Because me and my kind, we're going to relate to each other. And we're going to go walk the same path and go the same way. Let me show you why I always say, please, Lord, gravitate me to my kind and not black folk. I'm about to show you a Negro. This Negro is so goofy and a certified goofball, you got to hear it for yourself. And I'm not going to stop the video like I've been doing all these videos. I'm going to let him speak. Look at what this goofball Negro, black American, said about his own people and the Jewish people. Help us, Lord, with these type of coons. Let's get it. Here we go. This is a certified goofy that I'm about to play. A certified goofy. This man blamed us. Listen to this, man. I ain't gonna say nothing. Listen to this. Now, Tucker Carlson and them is questioning the validity of these people, but then here come the Negro, Captain Saver. Here you go, family. Check this out.
The House passed a bipartisan bill yesterday that would establish a wider definition of anti-Semitism amid protests at universities across the country. We've been covering some of that live this morning. The legislation will give the Department of Education broader powers to crack down on anti-Semitism on college campuses. It also requires the department to use the definition of anti-Semitism put forward by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance when enforcing anti-discrimination laws. Joining us now to talk more about this, the former Israeli Special Envoy for Combating Anti-Semitism, best-selling author Noah Tishby, and former NFL linebacker and creator of the anti-racial digital series Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, best-selling author Emmanuel Acho. They are co-authors of the new book, Perfect Timing, Uncomfortable Conversations with a Jew. That's the title. Good to have you both.
Great to be here. So thank you for coming back. Talk about this book. Talk about where it began.
Well, it began 2 years ago. After writing Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, I realized, very simply put, we would all be better as a society if we didn't fight in silos. If Black people didn't just fight for Black people, women fighting for women. But what if the Jewish community fought alongside the Black community? What if the white community fought alongside the Black community rather than fighting against one another? What if we identified the common enemy, which was hate, which is oppression, which is marginalization? So I actually reached out to Noah prior to October 7th. We've been penning this book for a long time because I wanted to educate myself, and she could help me do that, because with education, I believe, comes empathy. And Noah said yes.
Said yes very quickly. So it's very important to actually understand that Emmanuel noticed the rise in anti-Semitism, specifically from the Black community, way before a lot of people did. And he was like, wait a minute, I'm a Black man. I don't want to speak for you in that context. But he's like, I noticed this when Jewish people noticed this and not when people from outside the community did. And he reached out and wanted to be a true ally, which is what this book is about.
Talk about the unique challenges, though, the horrific challenge.
Oh, thank y'all, family. This is the only time I'm going to stop it. Thank y'all. I didn't know that. So he's not jurying. Oh, he most certainly can't speak for us then. Well, I'm still going to let y'all hear it because he trying to speak for us. Oh, no. Thank y'all for that. No. He most certainly can't speak for us. But listen to what this man's saying, y'all. Did y'all just hear this woman, though? He knew that in the Black community, it was anti-Semitism going on, and he's so stupid, we the real Israelites. But he's so focused on kissing the behind of the synagogue of Satan with this Caucasian lady. He gonna try to speak for us? I see why our people are delineating. We speak for ourselves, man. You don't speak for us. I don't care if you live here. I guarantee you, you ain't been through the experience of the people who've been here. So you hush your mouth. You don't speak for us. And this white woman, she gonna say, well, he knew that this was going on in the black community. Man, both of y'all shut up. We Israelites. We can't be against ourselves, goofball. Just stupid.
Challenges that have arisen for Jews across the world. I mean, I always remind people there are only 15 million Jews in the world for a reason. And talk about the rise there, and especially among radicals who call.
This is Jen Spark. It's like having a full stack team in one workspace. Watch this. Build me a.
All Igbos ain't Israelites. I advise people to do research. All Igbos are not Israelites. You know how I know that? Go read about the Biafra War of Nigeria. When they was over there, them Nigerians were killing the real Igbos, them Israelites. Killed over 1 million of them. Them the Israelites. So everybody living in Nigeria, I know what's going on over there in that country. I know who the people are over there who are the Israelites. And every Nigerian that's living in Nigeria is not no Israelite, because when they had that Biafra War, them Nigerians were slaughtering my brothers and my sisters because they didn't have no military. But the Nigerians had a military, and they killed over 1 million of them Igbos and also starved them out. Them the Israelites. So I don't know who he is. I don't care if he claimed to be Igbo. He might not be an Israelite. He shouldn't be speaking for his. He should not be speaking for us anyway. Get our people to speak for us, who been here, who lived this in America. He don't speak for us.
Jews, white, European colonialists. When Israel was created 3 years after white European colonialists marched 6 million Jews into ovens.
Yeah, I mean, look, the fact that some in the extreme left were able to brand Israel a colonialist state is one of the most brilliant feats in crazy land.
Yeah.
Because literally Israel is a refugee state which was decolonized from Great Britain. So when these people chant today, we want 48, we don't want 2 states, we want 48. They're talking about going back to British colonialism.
Right.
I'm not entirely sure. And this is to what we were talking about, that anti-Zionism is the new form of anti-Semitism. This is exactly what we're seeing right now on college campuses.
So can you tell me why kids in college and I call them kids because I'm an old dude. I got kids.
They're kids.
But
they're legal
why,
adults.
How did they get to a point where they started chanting genocidal phrases from the river to the sea? And they don't even know, a lot of them don't even know what they're proposing.
They don't know what they're proposing. So the thing about what's happening right now on college campuses, it's three things that we have to understand. First of all, it's obviously not peaceful. Second, it's not grassroots because it's well coordinated, well funded. For example, the tents, all of them have green tents. It's very puzzling. And the most important thing is that it's not true. So the kids that are actually protesting and think that they're doing the best thing for humanity, what happened is that they have been brainwashed by TikTok to believe that Zionism...
There y'all go. What she just mentioned. That's why they wanted TikTok. So they can control the narrative, family. They can control the data. See what you saying. What you can post, what you can't post. They're making it harder for people to have this free speech. This Caucasian woman is no different than any Caucasian woman to me. She's riding for Israel because she believes in her mind this is the right thing to do. But if she sat across the table for somebody who can educate her on the truth of the state of Israel, she still wouldn't listen. This goofball right here, he wouldn't listen. He just happy to be sitting by that Caucasian woman too. They wrote a book together. Oh, he just fascinated. She might be his overseer. because y'all see that he not the one who spoke on it. She spoke for him and said, yeah, well, he knew it was going on also in the black community. Dog, that burned me up, boy. I hate when people try to speak for us. No one can speak for black Americans but black Americans, because only black Americans have experienced what black Americans have experienced in America. Make it make sense, man. I understand that all Hamites are not Hamites that live in Africa, because you got Israelites who born in Africa. That's why they call them African Hebrew Israelites. But geography do not determine nationality. Where you live do not determine nationality. Jacob was a Hebrew, but in the Bible, it called him a Syrian because he lived in Syria. You see what I'm saying? A Levite lived in Bethlehem of Judah. It called him a Bethlehem Judite, but he was a Levite. So geography do not determine nationality. So my brothers and sisters on the continent are not Hamites, Israelites who born in Africa. Then you got Hamites, that's their land. They African or Hamites. Because I know the white man came up with all these little terminologies, you know, Great Britain and France and all them, Africa and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm talking Hamites. I don't get them confused with Israelites.
Necessitates the genocide of Palestinians. They were trained, literally brainwashed by TikTok to believe that Israel is a colonialist state, and that's been happening for decades.
What do you mean by TikTok?
Well,
like,
I mean that they're all we know what's happening on TikTok in terms of numbers and what is being pushed on TikTok in terms of anti-Israel and anti-Semitic rhetorics. Like, we actually have the numbers. It's insane. It's through the roof. And these kids
by the
don't
way, Run Rev by the Communist Chinese government.
Yeah. Who wants to see the division? One of the things that interests me about your book, and I want to address this to Emmanuel, it is uncomfortable conversations we have to have. Yeah. When I started talking with Rabbi Pesner and Jonathan Greenblatt with ADL, trying to bring us together, and
imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
And we already know Al Sharpton was an informant, certified goofball, an informant working with the FBI. All these people, man. Your Malcolm X, solid. Martin Luther King, he made some mistakes, but he made right in the end. Solid. You know, Fred Hampton, solid. P. Newton, solid. A lot of other great leaders, solid. These modern leaders like this right here, this little perm, Wayne dude right here, certified coon, dog. This man ain't for black people. They use this man when black people used to get riled up. They tell Al Sharpton, go out there and calm your people down. And then they'll give him a little paycheck. And then he'll go out there and say, hey, y'all, everybody calm down. We're not going to do this today. And Negroes will calm down because they looking at him with this perm, thinking he really for them. But he ain't nothing but a pimp. Pimp with a perm. Tricking his people.
they had to confront me. Well, you were involved with some things that we felt were anti-Semitic. And I said, no, I didn't say this, but I did allow certain things that I was insensitive to. And I think on the other side, they had to understand how some felt in the black community. These kind of candid conversations really test the sincerity of both sides, of whether we really believe what we say, or are we just going to keep taking shots at each other? Talk about that, because there have been tensions. And I think some distortions on both sides that we need to put out front, because usually the people that are anti-Semitic are also anti-black.
Correct. Well, the first question I had to ask myself is, what in the world is anti-Semitism? Or is there a Semite group that you can be anti? Because if you don't know what anti-Semitism is, how can you avoid being anti-Semitic? And so the very first thing I had to do was say, hey, Noah, what is anti-Semitism? And she said it's actually interesting. It's both looking down at a Jew and looking up at a Jew, assuming that there is some sort of like covert powers that be that are monopolizing and manipulating the world at large. And so I asked her that. But then I also asked her the question, well, are Jews white? Because in America, if you're non-Jewish, you perceive Jewish people as white. And we've simplified things in society, Rev, to black and white. We've projected our Western ideologies onto thousands of years of Middle Eastern nuance. And so if we couple the Jewish community into the white community, and in America there's tension between the black community and the white community, then there has to be tension between the Jewish community and the black community because Jewish people are white. And so I really just had to wrestle with Noah on so many things. Jews in power. I said, Noah, I was drafted to the Cleveland Browns. The owner was a Jewish man. I was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. The owner was a Jewish man. The general manager was a Jewish man. I left the NFL. My first agent was a Jewish woman. I left that agent. My next agent was a Jewish man. So how can you tell me that I'm anti-Semitic, not literally, but figuratively speaking, if I say Jewish people are in power when the titles, Joe, have been held of owner, agent, and general manager in my life. So we just went there.
Yeah,
so
and I said to him, I said,
up to Donnie, is that
wow. And I said, what I said to Emmanuel is the fact that there are a lot of Jewish people represented in various fields, that there's nothing anti-Semitic about that, and that is actually true. It's when you start talking about power and control.
That's enough of that, family. I can't take no more of that. Nah, they stupid, man. They are retarded. I'm serious. This dude is so retarded, bro. This boy say that the Jewish community and the black community, there's tensions. Boy, you is stupid, boy. We don't care about no Jewish people, boy. We ain't focused on no Jewish people, boy. Jewish people focus on us because they know what you don't know, which is we are the Israelites. That's why they make ADL pages about us, goofball. And while you looking at anti-Semitism, and you supposed to be so educated, boy, do you some research, boy. Really educate yourself. Jews are white. Well, you just a goofy. The dude goofy, y'all. But this man say he educated, though. The Caucasian woman, I expect her to be goofy. Most white folks are goofy, y'all. Let's just keep it real. I'm a straight shooter, straight from the hip. Most white people are goofy, okay? They don't have no knowledge. They believe anything told to them. They believe they went to the moon, y'all. And you don't tell me white folk goofy. They still believe that they cracked the dome, y'all. The glass ceiling, the firmament. Above the firmament is a big old body of water, and they believe they went to the moon, y'all. But guess what? The moon, the sun, and the stars is within the firmament. I can see it. It's not out of space. And people still believe they went out of space. And y'all gonna tell me white folk ain't goofy? Come on, man. Let's keep it real, y'all. They goofy. Most of these nations are goofy. You can put the truth right in their face, and they'll still tell you, no, I don't believe that. I still believe them the children of God. With all the evidence in the world, showing you they come from Europe, showing you they got the land by mandate, showing you they went over there and slaughtered the Palestinians, showing you that they Revelations 2:9 and 3:9, and people still say, God bless Israel. Nuh-uh. I don't pray for Israel. I pray for my Israelite brothers and sisters who live in Israel, living in Dimona. I pray for them. I pray for my brothers and sisters living on the continent of Africa. I pray for them. And I pray for my brothers and sisters scattered to the four corners of the earth. I pray for them. I do not pray for devils. I don't pray for the synagogue of Satan. I pray for the destruction of Israel. Because the Lord told me in Isaiah 14 that we're going to rejoice at the fall of our enemies and Babylon. He said, break forth into singing. I thought I'm supposed to rejoice when my enemy fall, but he said break into singing. And then in Revelation, he say the prophets and the disciples, they're going to rejoice at the fall of their enemies. We're going to rejoice, family, at the fall of Babylon and at the fall of the daughter of Babylon, which is America, because Babylon is a worldwide system and the Jewish man is the top dog. That's why he just told you, my owner was Jewish. Everybody was Jewish, but I thought they was the people of the Bible. The people of God don't supposed to be the top. They supposed to be at the bottom. They don't supposed to be the head. They supposed to be the tail. How they become the head, family? How they own and control everything, but they the children of God. And this stupid dude can't even understand simplicity. because he don't want to do no investigation. Got the white woman sitting next to him. He gonna believe whatever she say. He's so dumb, he had to ask her what anti-Semitism is instead of going look it up and really understanding what's the difference between Shemitic and Hamitic or Japhetic. Because once you understand that, you're going to say, hold on, man, how these people anti-Semitic when they the Semites, Shemitic people? But he dumb. He an educated dummy. He got book sense, but he don't got no common sense, no logical sense, no critical thinking sense. Just goofy, man. All right, family. Elder Bro, tell him about to get ready to do something in a minute. I understand who my people is, and I understand where they scattered at. Us to the four corners of the earth, and the 10 tribes who left the Assyrian captivity, they went into a further country where mankind never dwelt. And I want to tell y'all something. I changed my tune. See, I used to believe through research that they went to North Africa of a place called Algeria, which back in the day used to be Osiric. But now, for the research, I believe they went further down in South Africa where mankind never dwelt. Why, family? Because Canaan didn't go to his land. Nobody was dwelling in South Africa, what they call South Africa today, which was really the land of Canaan by the Sea of Atel. Why? Because he went to Shem's land and he never went to his land. So when the Bible said he went to a land where mankind never dwelt, that's South Africa, family. Nobody was dwelling in South Africa, not even nobody. Do your research. Nobody was dwelling in South Africa when the 10 tribes was looking for another place after leaving Assyrian captivity. Canaan never went to his land, so nobody was dwelling there, y'all. Cush had his land, East Africa. Egypt, Mizraim, Put, what they call Libya, what Canaan was, y'all. Why he didn't go to his land? Y'all see what I'm saying? Canaan never went to his land. So that's the land where mankind never dwelt, family. Because we had people dwelling in North Africa, which is Put. Then you got Egypt, you know, north of Put. And then Put is west. And then west of Put is Canaan, west of him. And then west of him is Cush, east of him. And then back to Mizraim, family. That's why we got to research. Our brothers and sisters are on the continent, man, scattered all throughout Africa. And then you got Judah, Benjamin, and Levi scattered to the four corners of the earth. So that's why I know where our people are. I just can't tell you what tribe we come from. But the people on the continent of Africa, they could tell you what tribe they come from because they didn't kept that oral history all the way down from the time of leaving the Assyrian captivity. That's why they could tell you I come from Gad. I come from Issachar. I come from Asher. I come from Dan. But Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, when we came over here, they stripped us of everything. We don't know what tribe we come from. Because I got documentation. They actually know where all the tribes at on the continent, and they know where they come from, and they know their tribe, and they got the oral history that's been passed down from generation to generation. This is documented, family, what I'm telling y'all. Documentation rules the nation. If it ain't documented, it ain't happened. Do anybody got any questions for your brother KJ before I go? I just wanted to show y'all these videos. Tucker Carlson, he's sitting up here challenging these people, and then we got a dude in blackface who gonna try to speak on behalf of us, trying to take up for these people. But you got Tucker Carlson going at their neck, letting the whole world know on his big platform they never lived in this land. They do not belong in Israel. Go back to Europe. And Huckabee, he's sitting up there talking about, I don't understand the question. You understand the question, Huckabee. I think his name Huckabee or Huckleberry. It's one of them, Huckabee, but he's a goofy. So do anybody got any question before I go, man? Anybody? I want to let y'all know, Israel, your Most High is moving on your behalf. Prophecy is unfolding. War about to kick off. The man of sin going to be revealed soon. You know how I know that? Because the Bible say when you see a falling away, then should he be revealed. What we see right now. Boy, people don't believe in the Bible no more. Black folk talking about I'm an atheist. I'm agnostic. I don't believe nothing. Ain't no God. Blah, blah, blah. People leaving the truth. People throwing the Bible away. A falling away is happening, family. And it has to be chaos in the world for this man to sin to be revealed. Because what he gonna come with? Peace. Peace, peace, peace. But it ain't gonna be no peace. Because he gonna be the son of the devil. He gonna do miracles and signs and wonders by the power of Satan. It's about to happen, family, I'm telling you. And once it happens, it's gonna be straight hell on earth. Straight chaos on earth. So prepare your mind, prepare your family, continue to seek Yah, have faith in Yahshua, read your scriptures, repent of your sins, get your house in order, prepare your family, your mothers and fathers and sons and daughters and husbands and wives. Because you about to go home, Negro. You about to go home, Negro. And we all gonna be eyeball to eyeball sitting under fig trees and eating grapes the size of baseballs. Watermelon with the real seeds. Peaches and plums and tigers and bears and oh my. We finna find out what peace look like, what joy look like, what singing. I'm talking about really praising our Elohim. We about to experience this, family. And Christ said, I'm going to rejoice in the midst of my people. He going to be in the midst of you. It's not going to be no similitude like our fathers when he came down on Mount Sinai. They didn't see nothing but the glory and they heard the voice. Now, people, you're going to see your king eyeball to eyeball. His skin color, his eyes, his lips, his crown on his head, that green garment with all that blood on it. He going to be looking at you eyeball to eyeball. This ain't no similitude, fam. And this is why we going to mourn and weep and cry, because he's going to be in the midst of us. And we're going to see his hands. We're going to see his feet. And we're going to break down crying. Because what our ancestors did to the king of Israel. Because our ancestors did some terrible things to Yahshua. And they asked for the death of Yahshua. And the Romans did it. But who was asking for his death? The Israelites. Not all the Israelites, but the wicked of the Israelites. Because you got people out here talking about all the Jews killed Jesus. Man, shut up. A lot of our people believed in the Messiah and they became the sons and daughters of Elohim. So all the Jews wasn't wicked and asking for him to die. You had a lot of people out there who believed in the teachings of our king, who obeyed our king, who walked in the ways of our king. So every Jew at that time, who y'all call Jews or the children of the tribe of Yehuda, everybody wasn't against the Messiah family. A lot of them had the Holy Spirit and they became the sons and daughters of Elohim. That which was is that which should be. We got a lot of people don't believe in the king today. They curse the king. They laugh at Christ's death. I mean, y'all don't understand. I've been in this truth 16 years and I didn't see Old Testament Israelites. I'm talking about laughing at the death of the Messiah, mocking his death. And I just said, Father, have mercy on them. They don't know what they're doing. They ignorant, Father. Don't kill them, Father. Give them some time to make it right, because that is ignorant what they saying, and they have no idea what they saying. They is laughing at his death, mocking his death. Talking about no man can shed blood for another person. They have no understanding, family. And these are Israelites. So that's why I say we can't get caught up on nationality. We got to get caught up on spirit. What your spirit like? I don't care what you claim to be. What your spirit like, brother? What your spirit like, sister? Are you walking right? Because you can be Israel all day and you can be wicked. But what my Israelites said, that's Israelites, but they righteous. Walking in the right spirit. That's my kind right there. I want to get with my kind. So family, like I said before, continue to enjoy y'all day. I just wanted to come on and let y'all know that the world is speaking. The Gentiles have come from the ends of the earth, and it's going on globally all around the world, where you got Gentiles are coming out in large numbers and saying, we have inherited lies. The 1948 people in Israel, these are not the children of God. And they ask, well, who the children of God is? Yo, Black Americans and those scattered all to the four corners of the earth. Because we know where our people are. We know where our people are, family, and that's the four corners of the earth. scattered everywhere. And guess what? We don't got to think about it. We don't got to be curious about it. We don't got to be confused about it. All of our brothers and sisters who have went through these curses and went through these hardships, you know who you are, and we know who you are. And you know who we are. And that's why we connect universally to the four corners of the earth and fellowship the way we do. Because we know our kind. And our kind recognize their kind. See, we know Hamites, because they the ones being disrespectful on videos. They're not the children of God. You can look at a Hamite and you can tell and say, that's a Hamite. All you got to do is look at his shoes and you know that's a Hamite. Look at his toes. That's a Hamite. Look at his knees. That's a Hamite. Look at his elbows. That's a Hamite. That's all I'm saying, fam. We know our kind. I look at them shoes and I say, oh, there go Ham. Soon as he start talking, Ham. What you say, Ham? Oh, yeah, that's a Ham. Ham. Our brothers and sisters are not on these videos doing what Ham doing. I'm telling y'all, the disdain for us is real, family. And y'all got to understand why this disdain is happening. It's because we have separated our mind, body, and soul from other people to where we only want to deal with our kind now. We have tried to help the world, and they have disregarded us. They spit on us. They laughed at us. Nobody stuck out their hand and say, let me pick y'all up. Let's help these Negroes. Let's go to the United Nations and speak on behalf of these Negroes. The Lord said, you showed my people no pity. Nobody showed you pity. Nobody stuck out their hand and said, I got y'all. We're going to help y'all. Nobody, family. That's why we delineate. That's why we separating from the world. That's why we not marching. That's why we closed our ears at the cry of other people when they say, have mercy, Negro. We say, no, you show no mercy, so why are you looking for mercy? Nobody know what mercy look like until they need it. Nobody know what compassion look like until they need it. Nobody know what empathy look like until they need it. Now everybody know what empathy, compassion look like when they need it. But when we needed it, nobody recognized what it was. They told us to pick yourself up by the bootstrap, Negro. And we did, family. And they bombed it. They burned it. They sabotaged it. Then we picked ourselves up again. They did it again. Every time they try to stop us, we rise. We rise. Because that's the fight in us, man. We rise. When you tell us we can't do it, we go do it. Y'all told us we were stupid and dumb. Well, we knew we weren't stupid and dumb. We educated ourselves. We read books. We understood. Once the Lord took that veil off our eyes, we recognized what it was. We understand the truth now. You can't take it from us. This is spiritual. That's why you're watching us all on social media platforms. What them Negroes saying, what they doing, where they going, where they standing, are they grouping up? Big salute to the family. Shout out to my beloved, awesome sister Dee. These great videos that she continuously do. My sister handled her business on this one, family. And we're going to get out of here with this. Israel, be encouraged, be emboldened. You have nothing to be ashamed about, family. A lot of y'all are walking. You are repenting. You walking in newness of life. You got a joy about yourself when the world wants you to be depressed, wants you to be sad every day, miserable. Because that's the way they try to make it for us, family. They want us to be miserable. They want us to be angry. They want us to fight each other. We don't even do that no more. If you go to social media right now, a lot of the things that our people used to do about 5-6 years ago, we ain't doing that no more on social media. Something didn't happen, family. Like the Most High didn't put his spirit out here to where black people stopped in their tracks. And a sound went out to the four corners of the earth. And we just stopped. We just stopped. And we stopped doing the things that we used to do. Helping people, trying to be good, trying to be kind and nice. No, man. We said stop. Everybody just stop in our track. Now, guess what people doing now? Looking for a handout from us. Crying on videos saying, where the Black Americans at? And guess what we telling them? Over here chilling. Chilling like a villain. Drinking that strawberry lemonade. Eating some good pasta and garlic bread. Watching social media. Looking at what you going through the same way you looked at what we went through. And when our people's out there crying and pleading, when they watching their babies get shot down, nobody said nothing. Guess what they said? What happened before the video came out? He must have did something wrong. Now ICE is handling their business on these people. They said, where the Black Americans at? You should be out here fighting. These people so dumb, y'all. They really believe that we really supposed to be out there fighting for them instead of them fighting for themselves. They called on Black Americans, but they never called out their Mexican celebrities, their Hispanic celebrities, they Native American. They never called out these people, but they calling Black Americans to come help. But they not calling J-Lo and them, Mark Anthony and them, George Lopez and them. Call your celebrities to come help you, but they calling Negroes. Make it make sense. I'm out, family. Big salute to the family. Many blessings.
Yeah. Sweeping through the lies like a storm in the night. Truth the lighthouse, shining so bright. They twist the words, they bend the page. But the wisdom of ages can't be caged. You can't fake the fire, it burns too real. Every verse, every line, it's the sword we wield. Cage you to be cleaning. They build their towers on sinking sand, but the rock won't move, it's where I stand. Whisper lies fall like broken glass. The word is eternal, it's built to last. The dust will settle, the fog will clear. Every falsehood fades when truth appears. We ain't bowing down, the counterfeit, the book don't lie. And that's the grid, cage you to be cleaning.
I have to say this before I go. Why this on my heart? I have to say this before I go. Satan need a sacrifice. And Satan don't need the world's sacrifice. Satan need Israelite blood spilled. Why are you saying this, KJ? They just hung a 21-year-old brother. They say he hung himself like they always say. They just shot a brother in the back of the head multiple times. And they tried to edit the video, but the relative looking out the window got the real footage. They trying to get us in them streets, family. Listen to y'all, brother. They trying to get us in them streets. They hung a brother, then killed another brother. But the family did a small protest, which is understandable. But they trying to get us in them streets. Why? Because Satan need Israelite blood sacrifice. I keep telling people, Satan is not after the world. Satan is after Israelites. Read Revelation 12, family. You're going to know who Satan after. The Bible says Satan went after the woman. Who is the woman? Israel. Satan needs your blood. He don't care about the world, family. He got the world. He needs your blood spill. And boy, I thank God. Hallelujah. Y'all being smart. And y'all staying out the way. And y'all not going into the streets. And you using your brain. And you being wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. And you letting y'all fight your battles. They want you in them streets, family. See, you don't do the things you used to do. And it's confusing them. It's making them uncomfortable. Because now they saying these Negroes is finally waking up. These Negroes is sticking together. We can't control them like we used to 250 years ago. So I'm telling y'all, family, continue to stay out the way. Satan is after the woman. Please read Revelation 12. Satan wants the woman, man. He is angry with the woman. It didn't say Satan is angry with the world. It says Satan is angry with the woman. The woman is Israel. That's all I want to say, family. They hung our brother. They shot another brother in front of his kids multiple times in the back of his head while his babies was looking out the window. Y'all see what they doing? But we are not shocked by this. This is what they always done. That's why when people talk about y'all next, we always been first. How can we be next when we always been first? Y'all see that? They want us to be next so bad, but we always been first, fam. So there's no next. We always been first. But we know how to maneuver. We know how to move through society. They trying to learn from us how to maneuver, how to move, how to strategize, how to think. They don't know how to do it. That's why they want black bodies in the streets, blood spill. They gonna go on with their life. You're gonna be dead. Who gonna be there for your children? Who gonna be there for your wife while you trying to fight for somebody else? You better understand the times you living in. Too much compassion can get you killed. Too much mercy can get you killed. You better understand the times you living in. This ain't the time to be friendly, man. This is the time to understand the signs of the time and gravitate to your kind, your people. That's all I want to say, family. Be smart. Be vigilant. Be circumspect. Move wise. Satan want our blood, man. He want his spill, family. But we're not going to give him that satisfaction. So I salute y'all. I thank y'all. Many blessings to y'all. Thank y'all for participating in this sword swinging session with your brother K. Judah. Big salute to my beloved CUC family. Been rocking with me for years. Big salute to my brother Short Sham. Big salute to Elder Bell Wack. Don't forget, family, Elder Bell Wack will be live at 2 o'clock. Elder Bro Tim about to go live at 12:30. And I know this about to be fire because he's going to be touching on the Truth Unedited video about the Most High and Jesus. So I know this is going to be good. And we know that Elder Bro Tim going to come from a respectful perspective because I heard other people doing videos against the brother and it wasn't so respectful. And Truth Unedited is a good teacher, but at the end of the day, he got to understand one thing about Yahshua. He's a part of the Godhead, and he going to also receive worship and praise. I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. The Father gave Christ worship and praise, dominion and power in heaven and earth, that he should judge the quick and the dead. He the one going to judge in the end. So what's the problem? What's the problem? The Father gave Christ praise and worship that every knee shall bow to his son. That means you're going to show reverence to his son. When you bow to somebody, you showing reverence to them. The Father gave him this honor. So why everybody mad about Yahshua? Why? Let Yahshua be who he is, man. A great man, a great king. Let him be great. Try to take away from him. Let him be great. I'm gone, man. All right, family. In the words of my beloved twin sister August Dreams, thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with your brother K. Judah, the CUC family. Big salute to Short Sham. Big salute to Elder Bear Wack, the Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. And big salute to my beloved Elder Bro Tim, certified in this truth, one of the coldest teachers in it. And all my beloved brothers and sisters in the chat. Let's get it. And Mr. Michael Jackson bad with the scriptures want to say, Shalom to the mighty nation of Israel, and look up, for your redemption draw nigh. Your king is coming. Salute, family.